right, Disney's highly anticipated live-action remake of the Disney's highly anticipated live-action remake of The Lion King was released today, and as promised, film critic Kevin Sampson from Picture Lock is here to give us a preview of the film. So, welcome back in person.
Thank you. Happy birthday.
You would.
Look at us.
Listen, kid, Julie had me. She threw me back to my fraternity day. She had me on set this morning. Like I was like running to CVS's trying to find bloopers. She was like, "You better not come in here empty-handed." So, happy birthday, Julie.
She literally starts asking for gifts in December for her birthday in July.
I see.
And you know, 4 years in the making, this one's still coming up empty-handed. So.
But I will have some of your chocolate.
Nope.
So let's talk about Lion King.
Yeah.
I want to see what the critic is going to say. I saw it.
Yes.
Enjoyed it. Thought it was amazing. Saw it in IMAX. I was like, but people do not like this film for some reason.
Yeah, I think overall critics, I think it's like at a 56 on Rotten Tomatoes. I think this is the deal, right? So Jon Favreau has created a new thing, and the technology is amazing, right?
Yes.
One of the Easter eggs, just for you guys and folks at home, is that out of the 1,400 shots, there's only one shot that is actually real. So, they did have a camera on a set, but everything else is just pixels. So for that feat in and of itself, it's absolutely amazing. Here's the deal, though. The story is nothing different from the 1994 film.
Okay.
And if you're like me and never saw the original, you'll be fine.
But people love that.
Yeah.
People love the story. I remember that.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And so I had the emotional feels, when the songs came on, I was singing it. When, I got home with my kids, I was singing it. But it looks a lot like Planet Earth with speaking animals. Like,
somebody
you've seen
said,
it before.
When they
Yes.
it looks like you're watching Animal Planet.
I'm like, how did they train these animals to move their mouths?
Exactly.
And speak.
So I think in terms of what's kind of missing is it just doesn't have any soul to it. Versus the animated version in 1994, you can suspend your disbelief because it is a cartoon.
Well, it's animated and you see the expressions. This is kind of expressionless.
Right, and so I think that's the thing. Now, musical numbers were great.
Yes.
I enjoyed Beyonce's new song. Maybe not necessarily Beyonce in the acting portion.
Well, she didn't act. She went into a studio and literally read her lines, and people must be so afraid to tell Beyonce she did something wrong that they're just like, okay, we got it. It's great. One take. See ya. Oh, they're gonna come for me. But her music is so powerful in it.
Right.
That was great.
Yeah.
Just maybe not the strongest acting, but don't let that overshadow. John Oliver was great.
Yeah.
Billy Eichner was amazing.
Donald Glover, I think, as the older Simba.
Everybody did, and those
James
kids
Earl Jones
were great. James Earl Jones was amazing.
Bringing him back was very smart because you got the voice, you got the feel. So I think from a nostalgia factor, those of us that saw it in '94, you'll enjoy it. But honestly, like if you don't have kids that age, if you're not a super Lion King fan, just wait until it comes streaming. That's my personal opinion. It's not that it's going to be a waste of money, but you've seen this.
If you can see it in IMAX, it is pretty cool. Just that part of it. But
yeah,
all right,
most definitely.
So.
I heard you guys talking about cats earlier.
Oh, let's talk about cats.
Again, here we go with the
good
animated.
idea or a bad idea?
I'm not sure. So I have never seen the
musical,
the Broadway show. No, I haven't.
I think I saw an off Broadway version of it at one point in my life, and I've been scarred ever since.
Well, seeing it like this morning, I saw the trailer at like 2 a.m. I was just kind of like freaked out. Like what?
So we don't know if we see Idris Elba in a cat suit.
You do see, I'm sure, at least in the trailer it showed him, so I think that we will
But they only showed him from the neck up.
Well, I think that's all you're going to see. Is this Disney as well? No.
I'm not sure who this is. It might be Universal.
But I think some of these cats, the way that we're seeing them in the trailer, like on Broadway, they're very like sparkly and they have a lot of color. These look a little creepy.
So I think to your point earlier, about taking a Broadway musical onto the cinematic screen, it's a little difficult. Dreamgirls, I think they did a great job of doing that. But something like this, I think sometimes we need to let our imagination fill in those gaps.
Right.
And so when you're watching a stage play, you know, it's kind of like the 3 walls and we're the 4th wall.
Right.
So I don't know.
Jason Derulo?
We'll see how this goes. We'll
That's
see.
funny.
Wow.
Okay.
I think this is like a prank that we're gonna wake up and they're gonna be like, yeah, just kidding, but
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Man, last thing, if we got the time
Yeah,
for
Top
it, man,
Gun.
Top Gun, yes.
Yeah, looks
so.
Okay.
this can't be bad.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand how these movie studios keep ensuring Tom Cruise, right?
Right, 'cause he does
does all
everything.
his own stunts.
Yeah.
We see there's like this amazing scene where he's in the cockpit. He's got like these different fighter jets behind him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that is Tom Cruise in the cockpit,
Oh, yeah.
in
Yeah.
the air. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I think for that, I'm excited about it. The one thing the trailer doesn't tell you is basically that Miles Teller is playing Goose's son in this. So that is what makes it interesting.
Ooh,
Otherwise,
okay.
I'm like, did we really need another, Maverick or
Maverick.
Top Gun
Right.
film? So I think that portion of it
So
might
is he
make it
supposed to
interesting.
be like training Miles
Yeah.
Teller to be like the next, Top Gun, so to
I'm
speak?
not 100% sure on that story, but
Okay.
he is like the flight director. And in the trailer, he's saying, you should be like a 2-star admiral by now, but you're still a captain. Why is that?
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the mystery. He's probably
Okay.
still that maverick, but he's a maverick, right?
Kelly McGillis in this with him?
I think she is in this as
Wow,
well. Yeah, so it brought a lot of the folks back. And the thing that I loved personally is I didn't see Tom Cruise on it as like a producer, right? So
Okay.
he's just straight up starring in
That's
it.
great.
Okay,
So,
he's acting.
yeah.
Okay.
Now let's point out the fact that we just talked about 3 things that are all remakes. Why
Yeah.
can people not get original content made anymore?
Right.
Are there no good ideas left?
No, there
What's
are.
the problem?
The indie film circuit is where I live, and there
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
so many stories. I think it's just a matter of it's a business, right? And so
Right.
we know that Lion King is going to make tons of money this
Right.
weekend.
Well, maybe.
But taking risks, that's
Yeah.
part of it, right? Get Out was like a risk, but
But it was original. It was good.
right,
Right.
exactly. And there's stories out
We
there.
need more
but
of those.
yeah,
We need
do.
different
I
stories.
mean, come on, folks. All right.
All right, so real quick, Black Film Festival.
Yes.
You're in town.
I'm in town. DC Black Film Festival is
Yeah.
next month, August 15th through 17th.
Great.
DCBFF.org, folks.
Okay.
It's going to be dope. It's a 3-day film festival. It's going to be at the Miracle Theater as well as the Mayflower Hotel. So
Okay.
I'm really excited about it. I'm sure I'm going to talk to you guys more about it.
I was going to say, are you going to come back and tell us about the films that
Of
we're going to
course,
see? And you're
of
going to talk about them on
course.
Picture Lock?
Of course. And then you
Okay.
guys are going to have, VIP passes. And,
Wow.
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
it'll be awesome.
I love that.
Get in
All
touch
right.
with Kevin on all of those social media platforms. My birthday's in January. It's a big one this year, so.
I got you, man.
I don't want any presents.
What are you, 50 this year?
I'm gonna be 40. All right, coming up next.
Thank you,
going
Kevin.
One-on-one and learning about a great NFL football camp.
Somebody loves me. They bring me gifts.